Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. It's October 30th, Thursday. I'm going to review 0-day options today on SPY and the small account challenge. Since I was selling shares in that small account and it kind of became a big account, or not big, but I basically added funds without an official reset. Today is my last day on it, so it is going to be a reset because, yeah, I've blown it up again. $500. There was like 60 bucks in it. I was trading around that range, and then since there was more buying power today, I've finished it off. Yeah, red day. I stopped at $50. That's gonna be my max loss on a day. So I'm gonna call that a blown account. And so next video tomorrow will be a reset. I have 1100 buying power. I'll probably just reset with 1,000 and say that's the new amount for the small account challenge. My sizing, I'm planning on keeping the same. It will give me an option though if I do want to size up. Hopefully I'd have the discipline to do it at the right time. Will also give me more options to overtrade, so to be careful of that. I think I'm gonna go back to just charting myself. I like watching Emperors and I like watching Eric's. On days like today, it just causes me to overtrade for whatever reason. I'm just taking calls or puts on any channel break, it seems like. And I just don't have much conviction in it, I guess. I don't know. I noticed when I charted myself and I didn't look at their charts at all. I just didn't overtrade as much. But then some days it's like, well, it helps to have theirs. I can catch trades I maybe normally wouldn't. I don't know, but I think for tomorrow, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna go back to just charting myself and trading less. Yeah, I overtraded today. There were some trades. The thing about today was it was like the range was actually pretty large compared to yesterday. So just trading in the wedge. I mean, now in hindsight, but it's tough. It never really even retested parts of the wedge. The blue and yellow didn't get here until way later, and then so anyways, the range in here, which is also dangerous if you're trading in liquidity being built when it's pretty large candles, so it goes against you also. But you don't need necessarily continuation to make pretty good percentages, because this, from here, like 2 points right there, 2.5 points. So not to say you'd catch that whole thing, but even half of that's going to be a point. So yeah, it wasn't a bad day. Here's Emperor's chart. He's on Eric's Discord. That's SPY Day Trading on YouTube. Check him out in the Discord. Link for that's in the description. Eric actually got calls right here, which is crazy to me. Like, not crazy, I'm just, how's he so confident that he's going to get a retracement at this point? So, I mean, I think he charted this magenta. I guess he's seeing that since this candle right here, like literally these two candles are making a bottom, that's why he charted magenta there. I don't even know where this really comes from, honestly. So seeing it now, but as it's happening, it's like, okay. And then I don't know, he got calls I think on this candle, or no, it was on this one. Then he charted magenta, and then it's retracement trade or zoomy trade, and this is his stop. So it doesn't always work this well. Sometimes that'll grind up and stay there, but his stops are going up, so it works. But later in the day, or whenever I tend to do it, for some reason it just doesn't work. I catch it too early. Like I did it here, I got puts and went above it, and I'm like, okay, and then it's finding the support, so okay to get calls. There's no structure there, so, but that's the same thing here with this zoomy. Like, there's no structure, so you're kind of, that's crazy. You got that. But yeah, Emperor got it here. I considered it here. I was waiting for a retrace. Of course, it didn't give it. So getting one contract on the breakout, and then if there's a retrace, adding. It's kind of a strategy I like. Problem with that is if you're just scaling in, if you're starting small, then it comes up quite a bit. You kind of want to take profits. But then if it's going to come down, do you get back in? And if you didn't take profits and came all the way back down, then it's like, wow, and I'm red on this. So it gets a little tricky. Like if it's this big of a range, I guess. If I'd gotten them on the break here, I probably would have taken profits, I would imagine. I would have taken profits here. And then it never would have retraced and I would have been out of it. Unless I had more for runners. Excuse me. Let's review these small account. I'm not gonna go over the big account. Big account overtraded, just like this one, but worse. 1103. I was into. So actually, I had some scalps this morning on the big account, which were nice. They were crazy. I was like, I actually felt lucky after a couple of them. Like, I need to stop. It was in here. It was like breaking this green. I got calls, and then I would just close it quick. I just got like one call. I basically caught that candle, like $100. I did it again, like I don't know, here somewhere. A couple random little scalps, and then of course the small gains I had I gave back and went red. It's a choppy day. Let's see here on the small account. 1103. I got a call. So yeah, I started the IV was actually high this morning. I'm not sure if that's just still left over from yesterday, but it was like 30 something %. So that's why I started the big account. So we've got 5-day here. That's this gold line. So came down, kind of wish went through VWAP. So that trade didn't work. You did have this break on teal and a retrace, which I saw a little later and I was too late. Not sure if I would have held through with this candle. I guess Emperor went long there. Inverse head and shoulder, orange precision, pink support. Yeah, so this is the pink support. Here's the inverse head and shoulder, I'm assuming, with a shoulder. Orange precision, this one. Yeah, that was a nice entry. I guess I would see this one first. But, yeah. Let's see. All right, my trade came up, completed the cup. So I'm looking for a handle to go long. Sorry, I got out of the ocean and I get like exercise athletes or exercise induced. Well, that's what it's called. So I get like my throat gets all. Let me. Okay, yeah. So you can see I went long. Yeah, break of this teal. Same thing did here. Didn't really retrace. Had a little red and I went in. Went long here. So thought about catching on the break of this blue. It's like I think about it and don't sure why. Anyways, took it here on this candle. I think I stopped out. I just didn't feel like holding it anymore. Even though I did want 5-day for my stop out, I was over it. So on that one, it would have been a little green, but this was awful price action. That selling is very, very slow. Not something I really care to do. Oh, never mind. I got more. Oh yeah, I had a limit order. Actually, I got more there. So yeah, I was trying to size up on good trades. I was waiting for this. This happened here. I had a nice cup and handle. I'm like, all right, this is it. And I don't know what happened on this one. Yeah, it was red. And then I was just over it. Maybe my sizing was too big. Maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, it was just literally on this candle. So I don't know if yellow had moved. I don't think yellow moved. Eric's chart, I think, was a little different today. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. This is where I think futures will help me, which I should be able to start trading next week. Yeah. So, shouldn't have stopped out there. I said 5-day. It was just so far from where I opened because my entry was awful. But you can see I had a conviction. I mean, I added more on this candle. Yeah, that's too bad. And then 1116. Do a call again. Yeah, this was so it broke pink here. And this was basically just catching it on the bottom of the orange buying. But then it kept wicking below it and didn't really go anywhere. It was just such ugly buying that I ended up stopping out at 19. Yeah. Just very red right there. So, yeah, it was one of those days you can't take the breakout really. If you do, it's got to be super early. If you're taking a super early breakout, it's not a breakout. A super early channel break, basically, inside the wedge. So like this aggressive green buying, breaking that channel, taking it. Aggressive blue selling, taking that channel break. You know what I mean? So taking it on like the breakout and the retest, it didn't really work a whole lot today. Like earlier in the day when the range was wider, it worked. Like right here, there was a nice little retest. And since we didn't have a continuation, this trade up here sucked. Otherwise, this would have been nice. I grabbed it and went. But yeah. So out of that guy. 1136. Fall to 37. Yeah, this was for magenta as support. And 5-day. So I had a lot of. Was actually on that candle. On Eric's, or on Emperor's here, he had it where it's kind of breaking it, and you can see why he'd go short there. But on Eric's, not so much. Let's see if he's changed it. Wow. Was very low. Okay. I know he's not charting all day. He's sick and he's on his computer a lot, so is that, wait, what was I? Oh, right here. Yeah, 11:35. Okay. Yeah, so you didn't have any lines even in here. I looked over at Eric's, I'm like, well, this was, yeah. So yeah, that was a little stop out. To me, we're still bullish. I mean, it's a wedge. It's a what, ascending wedge. So the buyers are having to buy it at a higher price, while the sellers can sell at the same price. So it just depends on which way it breaks out. But typically, if the buyer, you're well, I mean, I guess it's not really typical, but I guess if your buyers are having to buy at a higher price, you'd assume it would break out to the upside, right? I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm not making those assumptions during the day. I'm just waiting for the break. And this looked like a support. We had the cup, we had a handle. So that was where my head was at. We had 5-day. Anyways, yep, that's why you have risk management. I stopped out of that one. Then a put. Yeah, then I flipped into a put because it did break it. So why did it wait so long? Yeah. So waited a bit till 38. This was for a break on gold. 1138, I got a put there. Yeah, it was a bit of a chase. This was a green trade though. 38 to 42. I'm not upset about. Oh, that's what this was. That's right. So I closed it on that candle. That candle, yeah, breaking the blue. So this was breaking magenta and 5-day, and then it was selling this teal, and then Emperor charted a steeper blue that it started selling in, and that's why actually I got puts there, because it was breaking that teal and going into a steeper selling algo. So then I would kind of use teal as my stop or this blue, and I end up using the blue. So could have gotten a better fill down here, but who knows? Maybe this would have sold all the way to low a day. So I'm fine with that trade. Of course, I wish I got it sooner when this was breaking magenta up there, but I'm in calls and flipping to puts that quick. I don't know. So that's that one. And then another little red trade here, 58 to 1205. Puts at 11. Yeah. So you can see where this is at. Magenta, there's just no continuation today. So it's basically flip all your trades. Head and shoulders, nice wick, retesting. 5-day, we've got magenta as resistance here. It's already broken this magenta, building liquidity. Comes up, head and shoulders. I got it on this candle. Let's see, yeah, 58. And then we just lacked continuation. So where'd I close that? I held that too. Yeah, I remember this candle just grew and grew and grew. Jeez. Well, this candle, I was going to close on this one that just went broop. I'm like, ugh. Then I waited a little bit and got a little, this was a little bit red when I closed it. And I was also at that point thinking maybe I'll wait for it to break 5-day, but I'm like, no, I should get out of this thing. My stop should have been this. But I mean, it was. I was just waiting for a little better exit instead of the velocity on this volume candle. green. So I had the inflection point right, just wrong direction. Maybe if I just always wait like 3 minutes before I make my trade once I want to enter. Maybe that'll help me to get the right direction. I don't know. It's hard because it's like I don't want to keep doing the same thing if it's failing. But I know the strategy works. So then it's just, yeah, I don't want to just be, I don't know. I don't want to be jumping around to trying different stuff because it's not working for me, but it's just probably my execution. And then it's not like every day is perfect for, you know, every day is different. The market's always different. So you've got to just be flexible and still implementing it. But yeah, I think like, how can I change so I'm more successful? And I think using different tools will definitely help, just making it easier. I would do tomorrow's contracts, but they're just too expensive. I would do spreads and on margin. But yeah, I think I'll be able to trade futures. So I'm gonna start trying that. If I can have a little more success, just not concern myself with the K and being content with smaller profits. Because profit would be better than not. Yeah, so that I guess was the last trade on there. And on the big account, I left end of day. Thankfully, I probably would just trade away more. Just ugly. This was a nice little retrace here. So completed the inverse cup finally, and then sold off and a nice retrace back up to gold here. Not sure if I would have caught that or not. I feel like I might have, but who knows how many trades before that wouldn't have made up for. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday grind day. Where are we at on the 30-minute? It was kind of a sell-off day. It actually ended up being kind of a big red day. It's crazy. Yeah, the range ended up being pretty large. Was that 6 points? Like 7 points? Yeah, pretty big. The 30 minutes is pretty big. It's just very, very grindy around 5 day. Look at all that liquidity. That's crazy. Crazy liquidity. And then, yeah, pretty good volume too. Friday might be red. We might sell into the weekend. This gap's not quite filled yet. Got 20-day down here. Might be some profit takers. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.